It has been a long journey coming to have a united philosophy and ideology that cuts across our regions, religions, and all forms of division that have made this country not to achieve its potential. When I see all of us seated here today, led by our chief hustler, His Excellency the Deputy President William Samoei Arap Ruto, I am very convinced that for the first time in the history of our post-independence Kenya, we have the best candidate to move Kenya to a first world country. And he has been able to rally support of Kenyans of all walks of life to believe in themselves again. Leadership almost invariably has capacity to transform society. And the best way to build economies, the best way to build resilience of the people is to empower the bottom millions to rise up and to have equal opportunity. Every time we meet and have conversations about the future of our country, and when I listen to His Excellency the Deputy President, I can see the culmination of many years of reflection to ensure that indeed the right kind of ingredients are put together for the common good of the common mwananchi. He is the only candidate who has engaged people in their different regions to look at their economic priorities and thereby creating a manifesto 1 year before elections so that he is sure the moment he is sworn in, he will know what to do for each and every count of this Republic of Kenya. When there was a big debate about the sharing of resources, and there was a clamor, and I must say I was in the forefront, Your Excellency, of 1 man, 1 vote, 1 shilling. He is the only leader who said, instead of doing so and degenerating to what I call counterism, we needed to have a win-win situation for every Kenyan. And as a result of the haggling and bustling in the Senate for 10 good weeks, we got 50 more billion to all the counties, and no county lost. Isn't that the leader that we want for this country? Isn't that the leader who can lead us together? Because when you are elected as president, at times you are elected because you have regional support. But the moment you assume office, you must serve every Kenyan without fear of favor. And many other times, we are reminded about our differences. Yet what unites us is very common. It's about poverty. It's about lack of school fees. It's about lack of markets for our products. It's about lack of a job. It's about lack of proper medical health care. Those issues have no tribe, color, race, or creed. They have no region. And so I believe that those of us who are seated in this congregation today are making the right decision to support this clarion call of the Hustler Nation so that all of us can have a go at life. That leadership shall not be a preserve of a few, that everyone shall have equal opportunity. This congregation is actually led by women. And so our candidate believes in the empowerment of women, and more so, women from the marginalized communities. The 3 of us were actually expelled from Jubilee. We have been taken through serious, issues. Even recently, they sent a drone to my house to intimidate me. I am telling them, fast forward, backward never, we shall stand for equal opportunity. I mean, the things that have made us to be sacrificed is because we asked for Jubilee Party to be run in a democratic manner. Were we wrong or we were right? We also asked that the economy of the country was being run down and people are becoming poor. In fact, some people have made more poor people, yet it is the business of the government to make people prosperous. Were we wrong or we were right? The third issue is to say that there should be equal opportunity for each and every person to become president. Were we wrong or we were right? And if they can do all of that to the deputy president, what about you and me? The success of the deputy president is the success of each one of us. Because if he succeeds, we all succeed. And if he fails, we also. So are we ready to make sure that he succeeds? Are we ready? Hustler Nation, oye! Hustler Nation, oye! And finally, I think I want to say, for those of us who have stood, for me, I've actually been chased out of the Senate. But I want to inspire you young people. If you stand for what is right, there is no bigger price to pay. It's better to stand for what is right. His Excellency the Deputy President stood and said BBI was wrong. Everybody castigated him. But today, was he right or he was wrong? If BBI had gone through, we were going back to the imperial presidency, who would have determined even what you are going to eat, how you are going to sleep. Is that the country we want? But today, because of his resilience, we have a constitution that is a first world, that is going to serve several generations because of what he stood for. I believe that is the kind of leadership we want for this country. May we stand together and fight for what is right. Because when you fight for freedom, equality, and justice, you will definitely have to have a run at your oppressors. But that is a worthy fight. That is something that we should labor to achieve. Because as Martin Luther King Jr. said, all labor that uplifts humanity has dignity and importance and should therefore be pursued with painstaking excellence. I believe the movement of the Hustler Nation is a labor worth pursuing to liberate Kenya so that everyone can be free and have the same rights like each and every one of us who is seated here today. I thank you and God bless you.